Right, hello, welcome to Lonely Tree Entertainment. Right, the news is breaking everywhere that Arrow are releasing Tremors. So, and I can sit there and I can scratch till I've got absolutely no hair left on my head. At what point I've been saying this for ages that Arrow were going to do Tremors. It's Universal, like The Thing, and all the other contrabands that come along, like Waterworld and stuff like that. But then weird, because Waterworld's coming out with this brand new Steelbook edition, but it's not the Arrow release. What? So it's weird. It's like the Universal throw them across the pond, Arrow like give them a nice little touch up, send them back, and I don't know. It's just, I guess it's a nice little trade going down there. But yeah, Tremors, man, Tremors is definitely going to get a tribute, because from VHS, which I just got down there, the VHS is the only thing handy. I'm packing, so like the Tremors collection's packed away. The Laserdisc is up there behind us somewhere. As I say, I was been talking about Tremors coming on Arrow for ages. I filmed reviews for Tremors in New Zealand and Hyra at the start of this year, before the madness of the world happened. Did a podcast for that, it's nearly hit 100,000 views, which is terrifying. And I think all the way through the podcast I just talked about, like, you know, Tremors Shrieker Islands, that's coming out. That's out not long, so Shrieker Island's on its way. No sign of Jamie Kentney. And no sign of the TV show as well, which you think Arrow might have tried to get a hold of, you know. You know what I mean? So let's have a look at what they've said, because the artwork looks pretty good, and to be honest with you, the artwork as it's overlaid now, as I just sign into my profile thing here, by the looks of it, it's been on the cards for a while, because that artwork I have seen floating around. I think it's cool that they've kept the orange. I'm loving it. It's going to be a big box. It's going to get a 4K release. Still got the Arrow band across the middle. So, bonus disc and 4K. So, yeah. Doesn't say if the bonus disc is in 4K. I can't really zoom much in on that picture. That's interesting. I'm probably going to end up buying bloody both of them. I mean, the Tremors have had no extra content for ages, so it'll be very interesting, the extra features. It looks like it comes in a lovely booklet as well, what comes out. Original poster, which is probably the flip cover. The American Graboid, as I say, like diagnostics of that. Pictures of like Earl and the car buried by the looks of it, and the rock and the horses. And yeah, it's a nice looking set, that. I think people might not realise, I mean, I've just realised it there, but like it doesn't, it's either 4K or Blu-ray, so it's kind of like, hey. But again, I've just spoke to Carl. Hiya, I'm back. I've just spoke to Carl about this, and like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to buy another version, because just off the top of my head, because they're in a box, you got the original release that had the blue cover. You've then got the 25th anniversary they brought out, which was the exact same thing, with 25th anniversary, slapped it back to orange. It's in all the box sets they released. It's had its own steelbook, which was a Z to the I, and then it had the HMV VHS range, and then it was in the steelbook box set, which is pretty cool. My lights has gone off. Oh no, I'm going to get eaten by a graboid. But yeah, as I say, I'm looking forward to it coming out. It's nicely priced, £30 on 4K. It's pretty good. 25 on Blu-ray. To avoid disappointment, I would pre-order it. It's one of them ones as well we were talking about, because if you look at, to me personally, this is me just saying, RoboCop seems to be one of Arrow's biggest overproduced, from its steelbook to its big box to its single. You still see copies of all versions available. Unlike the start of like Waterworld, which is like gold dust. You know, these big editions, if you don't pre-order them at the start, you're not sure if you're going to get them and stuff like that. So it's advised to pre-order. I probably will end up buying the Blu-ray, just because it'll be like, but you know, there's not many versions. I think I've even got it on HD. You can't beat the original classic, but that is essentially, that'll be the cover, but I don't think it's going to be as zoomed in. I think I don't even think, I mean, that's the original VHS cover. Hang on, let's go back to that. Yeah, it's the original, the DVD version where it's just extracted out with the, you know, the homage to Jaws. Yeah, it's not really like a graboid, is it? I mean, the graboids themselves don't look like that. But But yeah, as I say, it's great. It's great. So yeah, no outtakes on this. As I say, if you check out the channel, there's podcasts for all 6 films. I've just watched the TV show. I don't think that's out yet. I did a review. Did a review on random for that. I think it's scheduled to come out in a week's time or something. So that'll be on its way. I really enjoyed that. That's free on YouTube, that entire series. Anyone's a fan of the first 3, it essentially just carries on from the 3rd one, in between the 4th. It's got potential. It's really funny. You know what I mean. It tries to expand its universe. It's great, like building the mythology of graboids and just all the random stuff going down. I'd still love to see the Kevin Bacon one. And as I say, if you watch the series, all of them have got a review random as well. And I think by the time I get to the 6th one, it ends up in the freezer, because that is the coldest thing about that movie. A cold day in hell, and it happens on the hottest day of the year, and it was all filmed in South Africa. So God knows what we're in for Shrieker Island, but we know what we're in for Tremors. And I would hope to have commentaries on it, podcasts, you know, any extra features, because there's not been much content on the Tremors box sets before. Even when it says 25th anniversary, what's different? Completely nothing. Nothing. You can even have my podcast free of charge. You can just have it. Stick that on there if you want. Right, I'm going to go. I've got some stuff to do. There's a lot of content coming out in the last days, and as you may notice behind us, stuff's starting to move. Going deeper underground. Right, goodbye for now.